What up, tubers, and welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. More Lorwyn Eclipsed Premier Draft. Good news, if you're tired of Lorwyn Eclipsed, Powered Cube is back on Arena. So, well, starting tomorrow anyways. So, when this video goes live and you hear this, you will be able to play a Powered Cube on Arena, and they've made some changes again. Anyways, pick one, pack one. We've opened a couple of rares. One pseudo bomby, the Goliath Daydreamer, and one completely unplayable, Mirrormind Crown. This is a really bad pack. Encumbered Reejery, Glutton, a few playable cards, but wow, really, this is the only card that I'd be interested in first picking at all. And so we shall. And again, we are drafting the right way, or at least I am drafting the way that stays the most open, which is to say I'm just taking the best card out of every pack for basically the entirety of pack one, which means More Cat's Eyes is going to be the pick here because this is absolutely the best card in the pack. Insane card for the Elf deck. Sets up your draws and late game win con. Eclipse Boggart's good. Wayfinder's fine. There's nothing close to this. It's always More Cat's Eyes there. Okay, and slight unfortunate happenstance. As if the Eyes wasn't in the previous pack, I'd be taking the Eclipsed, and then we would have two Eclipsed, as this is now the best card in the pack. Noggle's fine. Blossombine's fine. Easy Eclipsed there. And Noggle Robber's probably the best card here. It doesn't have much synergy outside of you playing Vivid, but I still think it's a better fourth pick than Assistance or Wickermaw, which would be my other options for best card in the pack. Don't get me wrong, Hexing Squelcher is not insane. It is just a solid 2-drop, though. It makes it really awkward for your opponent, right, to interact with your stuff. Glutton would be fine here. Again, these are all, for the most part, pretty filler. This is the most unique ability, although I think if you do end up in Goblins, you really want the Gluttons. In fact, if you watched yesterday's YouTube video, right, where we ended up in Goblins as well, we really missed having that card selection effect. Okay, well, there is an Assert Perfection as the best card in this pack. Just going to keep taking the good cards. I don't actually think Vinebred Brawler is that good. I think if you ended up in Elves, you would actually rather have the first Scout over the first Brawler. I could consider the Wayfinder here too. Right? That's probably a better, in general, card. But this is probably close. We've seen so many Wayfinders go around that I'm actually fine just taking the Scout here. Alright, Assistance versus Glutton. I don't think Swat Away is very good. These white cards are fine. Glutton and Assistance, I think, are the best cards in this pack. Might be Goblins. I'm not 100% sold on that yet. Haven't seen that many Elf signals. Right? Recall that we took the More Cat's Eyes second pick. This is all filler. Not a big fan of the Bone Club Berserker. If I'm playing Goblins, I'd almost rather just take a 2-drop. But yeah, these are all filler. Sneakling's okay in most decks. It's not exciting, but it helps fulfill some synergies. I don't think the 4-2 flash is any good. This pack is pretty garbo. Chaos Spewer can be okay. I guess I would say that I'm leaning towards Goblins, but I by no means have an allegiance to it. It was a pretty weak pack one. High perfect Morcant. Okay, and a Morcant's Loyalist. That's brutal. That is very brutal. Honestly, I would not be surprised if Loyalist is actually better than Morcant in the Elf deck. No joke. I mean, I'm going to take this, especially since there's not really a good Goblin card. But if you told me that Loyalist was better than actual Morcant, I would not argue. Slumbering Walker is insane. Graveshifter's good. Seer is good. We've had no reason to be playing white, and I don't really have a good Vivid start. But Slumbering Walker is so much better than anything else here. Yep, I think I take the Seer. Spry and Mighty. I've never been a big fan of this card, but it can do some work. There's an Informant here. There is a Glutton if I wanted to take another Goblin. You know what? I'm willing to take this Spry and Mighty and maybe even splash it. Cinder Strike. Best card. Curse Tosser also solid. Splashing for High Perfect Morcant is not a very appealing line. Oh man, Goliath Daydreamer with Spry and Mighty? That's kind of hot. Especially if you have more than 2 creatures, right? If you have 3 or 4 creatures, you target 2 the first time with Spry and Mighty, give them a couple boosts or whatever, even if it's like only +2/+2. Then if you have another creature after that, it kind of amplifies the first one, most likely. I guess Auntie's Sentence here. Oof. Rooftop Percher as a safe play. I mean, I could be a weird red-green deck. My black cards are actually pretty weak. So like a red-green elves splashing for High Perfect could be a thing. Or I guess I could be elves splashing red for removal. But then I lose the Daydreamer. This pack is horrendous. I think generally Movement Glove Extractor is quite poor, but if you have a lot of removal, I think this turns into like a somewhat playable card. There's a Cavalry. Okay. Who knows? The Goblelves. Or something like that. A lot of unexpected assistance going around. Pack 3. Here we go. Erdu! Unfortunate. Another Seer. A Dignitary. I mean, yeah, at this point it looks like we are heavier red. Save for like the Berserker, I'd say my red cards are all pretty solid. I don't know if I would splash High Perfect, right? Catharsis. This is the worst elemental, I think. Yeah, so in my deck, it'd be a 6 mana 3/4 that gives all my creatures +1/+1 in haste until end of turn. That's not worth it. We have a Wretch here, which doesn't look too bad. Alright. Might be goblins after all. Yeah, some good goblin signs. I wonder, maybe taking the Auntie and trying to wheel the Eclipsed is better. What is my fixing for Spry and Mighty right now? I just have a Noggle Robber. It's pretty weak. So 7 goblins with 3 shapeshifters. Yeah, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drops right now. Okay, Emptiness. That one's a little bit better, even if you're only getting one of the colors, right? So 6 mana 3/5 that kills something when it enters, often anyways. But you can also evoke it. So like -3/-3 for black is decent, and the versatility puts it over the top. Okay, getting some good removal now. I mean, this might just be worth taking as a decent 2-drop in our deck. You know, I guess... Oh, nice. Oh, that's actually pretty good for Spry and Mighty. I guess if I'm going to be running the Spry and Mighty, then the Bone Club Berserker is a little bit better. Right? I think I will probably play this Ransacking as well. Combat Trick that gives us a treasure for Spry and Mighty is honestly worthwhile. Oh, other Glutton came back too. Okay, I can probably replace something with that second Glutton. I guess the Prankster. 1, 2, 3, 4. It still gives us 5 2-drops. And I'm okay running 17 lands here when we have a couple of Gluttons to help rummage through. I actually like Malice in my Goblin decks. But I don't know what we'd cut for it. Ah, man! I want the Goblin Sharpshooter with the Malice so badly. One day I'll pull that off. We saw Goblin Sharpshooter in that video a couple days ago. Damn! Completely obliterated me. Third Glutton. Is that too much glut action? Okay, I'm going to cut the Iron Shield Elf now, since we picked up another Glutton. I guess I do go heavier on red. It's going to make the Emptiness a little bit harder to cast on the Evoke side of things, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 1 cut, or I can go 16 lands. I guess the Feastling's not necessary. Cool, let's try this. Little mediocre goblins with Spry and Mighty at the top end. Oh, I want to live that Bone Club Berserker Spry and Mighty dream, though. Oh, and remember, with all of my Blight, we could have like -1, -2, etc. power creatures. And so Spry and Mighty gets a lot better with those, because then if I have like a -2, and then my only most powerful creature is a 2 power, and this is absurd. Come on. That's still a differential of 4. Cool. Okay, deck. I want to live the spry and mighty dream here. Squelcher's kind of a hoser for the Trapper. Old Scoundrel. That's a good draw. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, this is a great little merfolk curve out here. Okay. That's pretty good. Ay, ay, ay. Man, I would kill for a Boulder Dash. Yeah, I think I need to sear this first. Oh man, a Bone Club Berserker would be so nice. Okay. Well, we're getting pretty wrecked here, so my only out's gonna be setting up a Spry and Mighty that can boost us up enough. We don't want to blight on that. We want to blight on our Gristle for the pumps and the draws, but it's looking pretty bleak. Okay, it's not the end of the world. Now they can tap, though, without paying life. Alright, Percher was a solid draw. Oh, the Trapper's gonna kill me. Makes my Spry and Mighty so much worse. So I'm gonna need to find another removal spell here. It's probably not a terrible draw. Okay, good. So I'm pretty sure I killed a flyer here first. Let's see if they go to attacks with something else initially. Attacking with the 1/1 token. What's their plan here? Ho ho ho. Okay, I go to 5. Let's make sure this resolves. Okay. Okay. Well, feeling fine. Sweet. That's okay. Sure. So if they don't have anything else, I do win with this Spry and Mighty now. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's crazy. So if I Spry and Mighty here, 4 and 4, they would turn into a 3. So if I drew any 2-mana removal, if I drew my other Seer, I would win, or Auntie's Sentence. Alright, I mean, I drew Glutton to block, so... yeah. If they can get rid of this, I die. Well, doesn't look like they hit it. Hey, woof! Scary, scary, scary. Close one there for sure. Okay. That was a good game, though. Both of us ground out pretty hard. Gluttons were huge there, and we'll take the first win. I go first. Hand looks good. Naga Robber, our way to potentially get max value out of this emptiness. Would be kind of sweet. And then the Naga Robber could be returned with the emptiness. Look at me, I'm elves. with a Miss Meadow Council. So I don't think we're going to sear that. Since emptiness can hit it, we would rather save the seer for like a cavalry, although now having drawn the Blight Rot. Okay. I guess I'm going to take the Squelcher here. Because we can kill a bunch of 4 toughness creatures right now. They got their own Nog. I don't know if this is a great play, but I'm gonna make it. Too freaking Shay. Yes, alright, if I draw a swamp, then I get to do the reverse emptiness now. That's funny. I actually don't love our position. Yeah, there's the cavalry. Oh, come on! Mountains are the worst possible draws. Oh, I did not expect them to trade that off. Okay. The elf deck is really good at grinding out, though, so... Yeah, like I'm gonna trade here and fully expect them to have like an unbury or something and completely ruin me. Sheesh. I guess they do have a lot of rares and uncommons, don't they? Okay. Good beats. Ooh, and the Aurora Awakener with the foraging. So they're gonna have green, black, white, and blue or red there. Do I just need to pick up my cards and go home? Because it kind of feels like it. Yeah, alright. Actual worst possible draws in the deck. A swamp maybe would have let us do something, but... Yeah, I mean, that's the issue, right? I'm not running that many actual black sources. GG's got wrecked. Opening hand is good. Actually, versus Merfolk with no plays, and since I drew a land, I'm going to go ahead and take a peek. They're not Merfolk! Okay, well, let's potentially mana screw them here. Nice. All right. They are indeed a little bit screwed, it looks like. Ah, lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Oh my gosh. I missed on land. That is sick. So I kind of need to look for a land this turn. Are you kidding? Holy crap. That means I'm only going to get to run out. I mean, maybe I can Noggle Robber into Blight next turn if we draw a land, but that is disgustingly unfortunate. Wow. Crazy bad luck. Yeah, I think I gotta kill the Trampler. Daydreamer doesn't do much versus their pacifism anyways. Ugh. Good beats. Do I want to lose the ransacking? I don't actually think I do, because that ransacking gives us a treasure. And so if the Noggle Robber doesn't get exiled here, that's another treasure for us. I don't think they would want to use the pacifism on a 3-3, but who knows? Maybe their hand's not very good. Nice. Ah, they're going for the Glutton. Love it. Can still activate its ability. Probably a decent chance that I'm just going to fire off the emptiness now. without going for max value. Kindle. All right, the Flame Braider. Now what? Just doing it because they can and they're dead, I guess. Cinder Strike. Yeah, keep it alive. GG's. Okay, 2-1. Opponent goes first. Yeah, I'm not going to mulligan a turn 3 Eclipsed over here. Let's go, opponent. The Glutton. Cinder Strike is probably the best red common, but I have Gristle Glutton up there pretty high too. Always does a lot of work. Alright, we are playing against the Kithkin, who generally go pretty wide, but they're really have a couple of key cards. Actually, well, no, let's Boggart first. They have a key cards that really matter. I'll take a second Berserker since we already have 4 land. The 0-5, for example. The 2-2 that can give trample. Yep, I'm okay with this. Sweet. Easy, just single block like this and say, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's fine. Alright, I'm at 15. They have another 2-drop. Unfortunate. Let's just get 2 big boys out. The issue here is that they actually have 2 good attackers since they're both 4 power, but what are you gonna do? Oh, I mean... Okay. I guess they have another Guilt Leaf Ambush, or maybe they have the +2. Well, +2/+1 isn't enough by itself. See, this is a game where if I had drawn removal, they'd be in garbage shape. Like that, for example, is a good draw. Sadly, we did not draw removal. Alright. We're doing okay if they brick off for a turn or 2. Oh man, I need a 6th land so bad here. Are you freaking real, dude? Alright, I mean... Sure. They should have attacked with everything if they were going to do that. Ay, ay, ay. Well, now being at 3 life, it's going to be pretty difficult for me to come back because they're going to start going wide. So unless they brick off on a couple turns and I just draw straight gasoline, I'm just dead to them going wide. Good beats. I think because they have the festival, they probably want to wait at least... Oh, well, no, it doesn't matter. Alright, trade, eat, go to 1. Yeah, what can you do? What can you do? Except for try not to cry and instead cry a lot. That was brutal. I think I played it alright, just our opponent drew too much gasoline there. And then if we had hit that 6th land a turn or 2 earlier, we would have saved ourselves so much life. Also, if I had traded off my 2-2 with the 4-1, I would have bought a little bit of time, but it wouldn't have mattered at that point. Alright. Alright, Gabos, don't fail me now. Playing against Beers! Sorry, Beers, I don't have emotes enabled. Oh, what do we want to lead on here? We want to go Glutton, or do I want to look at hand? I think we can look at hand later. No, let's get the Hexing Sculpture online. First play being an annoying creature. Siggy. I don't need to kill that quite yet, since I don't have any... Or they don't... It's white to flip, right? Yeah. Probably fine offering a trade. It's fine by me. And then next turn we can like sentence plus sneak. What you got? Flaring Cinder, Boulder Dash, Shine Striker. Alright. So Chaos Spewer is not going to be very good versus the Cinder Strike. I'd be surprised if Boulder Dash gets pitched here. Oh, no, no pitches. Are we rummaging? If we do, it makes our... It makes the Boulder Dash a lot better, I should say. Well, 5/4's dying, but that will make the Cinder a 2/1 at least, presumably. We'll go ahead and do this. Ah, the Daydreamer. It's juicy. Okay, so Daydreamer could, oh yeah, especially with only, oh, that's beautiful. What a hit. I'm gonna take the hit for 2. That's a good draw as well. Always going to be casting this here and making sure we get the Daydreamer value. We'll get Sig and Striker. Alright, running hot. Ooh, Kirill could be a problem. Okay, so double block the Daydreamer's fine then. I would much rather get the cure roll off the battlefield. Oh, did somebody just subscribe while I was offline? Chat fiend! You sneaking into the video? It's funny. It's a draw 2. So it'd have to be a trade and a chump. Yeah, definitely want to force the action here. Oh, 4-3 was good. Oh! Oh, that's comical. Oh, those would have been pretty good, let me tell you. But when the opponent's at 1 life, a bunch of 1 power creatures, obviously fine. Oof. Wow, not very likely to brick on one of my Eclipse. But all right, we got to the fabled 3-win marker. Which means if I lose, I'm only down 500 or so gems. And not the abysmal 1250. On the next. I'd be happy with 4 wins with this deck. I'd love to cast Spry and Mighty at least one more time. Ooh, this is an excellent hand. We've got the Gristle Glutton to start blighting onto itself and then maybe making the Noggle Robber / Emptiness with Spry and Mighty going to be a +5er, potentially. Ideally, I don't need to Glutton next turn. Ideally, we just draw a mountain, I guess. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, buddy. Yanders, that's fine. I am... Am I willing to do that? This might be a little bit too early to cast a Burning Curiosity, but I want to make sure I hit my lands. I guess what I could do is rummage away this other Glutton? No. We'll do it. What the hell? And that's pretty ideal, honestly. Yeah, that was basically ideal. Ideal rather. 2 lands and then any castable spell for the next turn is great. The Wretched Wretch also going to hold -1/-1 counter pretty nicely. Kinscare Sentry. All right. Wretch, Glutton, say go. Actually, how much is this next turn? Is this going to be a draw 5? And a +5/+5 on the Glutton and the Wretch? Potentially. Oh, I don't think their Meander's Guide is supposed to attack. It's just a gain 2 right now. Temporal? Looks like. Cleansing? Sure. Nah, we don't need to draw that. Okay. So it's a +4/+4, draw 4 right now. But is that even what I want to do? Seems like it's probably just better to attack with the Noggle Robber. And then like this. We want to kill the Meander's Guide first. Because if we kill the Duelist, the Guide can just bring it back. Lofty Dreams, their flyer. Yeah, that's pretty good. So they go to 16. Do I have lethal? 3, 6, 7. And a differential 4. So I have 15 damage next turn. Oh, I guess they get to untap anyways. Never mind. Trample on the biggies. And I'm just gonna absolutely main phase this now. And I have to imagine that's gonna be that. It's a lot of daggers. Okay, well actually, I'd say they're still doing okay, all things considered. Not great, of course, but, well, and absolutely not okay now. Alright, GG's. They stumbled on land. Usually Merfolk's okay if they stumble a little bit since Convoke is so good, but we had a good enough start that they really couldn't do much, and now we will take our 4th win! Yes! Success. If you're purely trying to draft infinitely, 4 wins is the marker. I know a lot of you have probably heard me say it ad nauseum now, but 4 wins is the magic number in Premier Draft to get your entry fee back. Another folk player, and you definitely want to sear the Scoundrel here. Overgrown Tomb's great for us since we didn't need that mountain even, right? Overgrown Tomb is a black source that also can cast the Noggle Robber. Mr. Petals. I'm going to go ahead and let them loot for free. And just start attacking here. Okay. Not even gonna loot for free, huh? I need to find one of my gluttons, most likely. Uh-oh, Convokage. The Big Dap! Okay. That is, in fact, a large boy. It's not bad. I think it's a little bit too risky to attack with the Berserker here. Because if they kill one in combat, then the other one just gets eaten, so I don't think I want to make that risk. Is this another... Is this Lofty? That's going to be a large Vigilance Flyer. Yeah. Jeez Louise. Okay. 7/8 Flying Vigilance. A. Righto. Take 7 it is. Now I kind of want to draw a Goblin next turn to pump these Berserkers up, in addition to being able to Blight Rot, but... Alright, I am fully prepared to get blown out by a ton of stuff here. Okay, that wasn't actually that bad. Wow, they're willing to trade off all of those things, huh? Interesting. Okay. Well, I still cannot beat a 7/8 Flying Vigilance. I'm gonna need to shrink it with this Blight Rot and then combo kill it with another thing. But for now, just making it a 3/4 flyer at least buys me some time. Oh, that is a great start. That would have been excellent last turn. Daydreamer and Seer gone. There's the Glutton. And I think it's worth getting the Glutton online, even though that means I have to play the land out of my hand. Okay. Make no mistake, again, I'm losing this game, but I have draws. So Seer gone means we have Emptiness would be good. I don't remember. Did we see Spry and Mighty already? That's annoying. Oh, that's not a good sign. Guess I'm gonna double block here just in case. Burning Curiosity is probably my best draw. Actually, I could huge punish them if I draw a way to put a counter on my Wretch and they don't activate it right now. Damn. Yeah, they did. Yeah, just dead in 2 turns, but gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, that was a good draw for them. Now it's looking very bleak. Oh my gosh, if I had one more treasure here. If I had one more treasure here, we would have been able to get back the Boggart and maybe... Oh, didn't matter. Sometimes your opponent just rips. Okay, GG's. We say good beats. We say we got our 4 wins. I got to Spry and Mighty a couple of times. It wasn't as exciting as I would have hoped, but mainly because... mainly because of what? We didn't have it with our Berserkers. So, good Goblin deck. Really, it's good because it had the 3 Gluttons and the double Eclipsed. Like I said, I think if you're going to go Goblins, you really need this type of card, or maybe like a couple of Burning Curiosities. It's just, you're too prone to running out of action, and so being able to rummage away or filter your draws like that are great. So, 4 wins. I'm really happy with it, with this deck. We'll see you back next time for Powered Cube. Bye.